Hey everybody, it's Robert coming to you with another adventure into history, and right now I'm standing in an amazing old cemetery here in the woods that has one of the nicest old cemetery fences I've ever seen. And I'm out here with Mr. Cecil Young, who's brought me out here, and we're actually on the hunt for the grave of a Revolutionary War soldier, which are always very neat to find. I don't even know what county we're in. Where are we at, Cecil?
We're in Schley County, right next to the county line to Macon County.
Gotcha. Oh. What's this cemetery? Have you been here? You've been here before, right?
Yeah, I've been here. This is the Stewart-Ravens cemetery.
Now this has some of the most neat and amazing fence work that I have ever seen. Between this one, which has a really unique design to it. It's got these at the top, but also this kind of wire down there. But also this one over here, which is an amazing old fence. Look like spears there, and that is some thick, hefty metal right there. It's really cool old cemetery fence there. There are also a number of graves outside of these fences here. There's one right there, but right now we're looking for this Revolutionary War soldier, which is maybe buried in here. Someone had placed a relatively modern brass marker on him to honor his service, and it's apparently gone missing. Maybe it might be in here. I'll step over there and look and see what we can find, if I can do it without changing my tone of voice, my pitch of voice here. Okay. Was there another marker, or is Ollie had the brass marker?
The only one I've seen a picture of was the brass marker.
Unless it's buried deep. I don't think it's in here. I think this is the other possibility. This one does look like it's at least got a marker in there. It actually looks like that's an obelisk that's toppled over. I don't know if we'll even be able to read that one. No gate on this old fence. This was, I guess, designed just to be looked over. See how the tree has grown into it. But I guess they didn't take into account the passage of time, because we can't read that without being able to get in there, and with that obelisk, it looks like a big obelisk. Don't know if we'll be able to read it at all. So that one will be far more challenging to get into, so before we delve into that anymore, let's go ahead and look at some of these easier to read graves. This is a huge old box tomb right here, and you can see how large that is. It's one of the largest I've seen, and it's got its marker here. This is sacred to the memory of Elizabeth D. Stewart, wife of, departed this life September 30th, 1846, aged, looks like 37 years, 10 months, and 19 days. That's an old grave right there for sure. And a big old box tomb. And Cecil's got his soil probe out looking for this missing marker. This one looks like it's got a big obelisk in there that's toppled over.
I photographed that one last time I was here. The Mary McMullen.
Mary McMullen.
Born July 7th, 1829, died September 15th, 1848.
This is sacred to the memory of Richard M Stewart, who died December 14th, 1850, aged 42 years, 4 months, and 6 days. He sought God and was forgiven, died in peace, and lives in heaven. And this stone actually has the maker's mark on it, J. Artope from Macon, Georgia. These very early, this is what I'd consider an early settlement cemetery here. And these are some of my favorites to see, these very old markers. As you know, this county had only been settled for about 20 years by the time that these people passed away. Look at this one, this very, very nicely stacked with very large rock. Box tomb here. And another one here. This is Nancy. This is Nancy, wife of Stewart-Ravens, born September 19th, 1800 and died April 2nd, 1859. And it had something right here. Still does, I guess. Still does. Is that? Oh, it's a flower. See, there's the petals. And there's a flower right there. I don't know why they would have something that sits low like that in a grave. Very early, all pre-Civil War burials here, it seems to be. Anything on that one?
Yeah, it's initials for the footstone, but it's not the initials of the soldier.
Not the one we're looking for. And the headstone is MIA. Let's see what the initials are here. Is that E? EDM? That's what I'm seeing. Maybe it's right. This box tomb, though, is absolutely amazing in just in the sheer size of it. And there are many other graves out here. And of course, we don't know who's buried out here. A lot of times in these older cemeteries, these pre-Civil War cemeteries, you'll have burials of slaves outside of the marked graves here. But there are a lot of indentions throughout here, a lot of graves throughout here. And of course, it does not mean that it's definitely people who were enslaved. It could be other people, other family members who couldn't afford markers, but there are a lot of unmarked graves here, especially over here too. We can see indentions all throughout here. There's at least 4 I see right there. So Cecil told us who this was buried in here. So I don't think I'm going to try to crawl over this fence. I don't want to break it or myself, but we do know who is buried in here, thanks to Cecil. It is a shame to see that obelisk toppled like that. There's another grave right behind it, and just walked through. But no such luck on our Revolutionary War soldier yet. There's another burial right here. You can see an indention right there, and there's bricks scattered throughout. What a beautiful old, it's kind of early settlement and plantation era. It's a beautiful old cemetery though. The only unfortunate thing about our visit here is that we cannot locate the grave of the Revolutionary War soldier. He had a brass plaque that was photographed some years ago, I reckon.
I don't know when it was photographed.
looks like an older picture, but William B. Stewart is sergeant in the Continental Line Revolutionary War. He was born November 8th, 1762, and he died June 17th, 1848. And that's a picture that Cecil found online on Find a Grave. But we were hoping we could locate his grave and the brass military marker for it, but does not seem to be the case out here today. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's an amazing old cemetery here in a county that I don't usually come to, so it's really cool to see these kind of different styles that, you know, happen down here, because even, what are we from home, or from 40 miles from Harris County, Waverly Hall? Yeah. Even 40 miles away, you'll have differences in the stonemasons, like the fellow, this one from Macon, J. Artope, and other things like that that you don't see back there. So if you guys have enjoyed, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.